Welcome to episode 430 of the Global from Asia podcast. I'm your host, Yesha, and today we are going to interview the amazing, incredible, none other than Mike. Stay tuned as we dive into the incredible conversation with Mike.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Global from Asia podcast, where the daunting process of running an international business is broken down into straight up actionable advice. And now, your host, Michael Michelini.
Are you looking for USA banking solutions for your e-commerce business? I am proud to say Mercury.com is supporting the podcast here third year in a row at Global from Asia, and we're proud to say it because we use them ourselves for many of our own Amazon brands and e-commerce brands and joint ventures with our US structures, and they're super easy to do, online application, no fees, and they have great customer support, have helped us with trouble with Amazon Seller Central over the years about some receipts and statements and everything like that. So we're so happy to say thank you, Mercury, for supporting our show, being a great service, and supporting other e-commerce sellers. We're really proud to say they're a sponsor here, and we also have a video tutorial as well as an overview and a special link with a little bonus for you as well for us under certain conditions. Check it out at globalfromasia.com/Mercury for that information. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Mercury.
All right. Hello, everyone. So again, here is Mike with us. So today we're going to ask him about a lot of things that will interest you, definitely. And most of them would be the CBS. So Mike, hello. I have some few questions. Yeah. And one of them would be the preparations for the CBS 2024. Can you elaborate on any specific strategies or initiatives that the team implemented for the launch?
Sure. Yeah. So CBS, I think people know, but just to say the full name is Cross Border Summit. This will be our sixth one. We did finish the fifth one last November. So we did it. The first one was in 2016 in Shenzhen, China. 2017 and 18 also in Shenzhen. 2019 was in Guangzhou, and then COVID hit. As actually many people in our lifetime will talk about COVID forever. So of course we couldn't really do CBS for those years, but we finally got it back going since 2019, this past November 2023. And we have great testimonials, videos, and photos, and everybody really enjoyed it. I think it was one of my favorite. So that was like 6 months ago now. So we're halfway between last year and this coming year for 2024. But, I keep it real. We haven't really started to work on it too much. We've been talking about different dates. So we're doing it a little bit earlier this year in November 3rd. Yeah, 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Okay.
And that is an adjustment based on a couple of different reasons. One is we're still kind of confirming the exact details, but it's Amy Wees. She's from Amazing at Home. She does, entrepreneur trips and trainings and content. She's amazing. She's based in Austin. She does the Canton Fair trip in China. So she really liked what she saw at the last one, some, from the speakers and other attendees, and we were talking about collaborating. So she's going to do the Canton Fair trip, and then right after, those that with her group or others in China want to come can come right after the trip in China to Thailand. So we're kind of doing that earlier so that we're able to bring people that are already over from the US or Europe or overseas into Asia can stay a little bit longer and come down to Thailand after China.
Yeah. Well, based on the things that you've said to me, it really looks like it's going to be a busy year for you and for the Cross Border Summit. And we already know how the pandemic hits us before, and that was a huge challenge for you. But right now, pandemic is gone. Were there any unexpected challenges that arose during your preparation?
Last year was 2023 was challenging because our team had changed. We hadn't done the event in, what is that, 4 years? So it had been 4 years since the last one. So the community has changed, the team has been some changes. So we were kind of like a little bit rusty, I'd say, to do as we were talking before the recording, we have our procedures and we have our documentation, but still, we didn't have that rhythm.
Right.
Sally, you've been getting to know. She was amazing, but it was the first time she had help with the summit and others in the
Hmm.
team. So that was one, and it just also we moved it from China to Thailand. So
Right.
it was a new place. We had to find a new hotel. We're looking to use the same location, I think, again this
Same
year.
location. Yes. Okay.
So now we have a bit of a rhythm. The community has the memories, and more people came from Southeast Asia this time
Yes.
than from China. And of course, of course, there was a lot of great returnees that had come in previous years,
That's good.
but there was some new faces both speaking and attending.
Yeah.
So we're excited
This
to
is a new face.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
get you out
Totally.
there too. Come visit, hey, help us
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, well, it's we all know how stressful it is to being able to put up this kind of huge event. And were there any like lessons, your team or our team was able to learn from overcoming all these challenges that you plan to applying in the future upcoming events? Because we hope that this continues every year as of now.
Yeah, we want to keep the rhythm going. There was some details. We added
Mm-hmm.
an expo this time for the first time, Cross-Border Matchmaker Expo on the day before,
Mm-hmm.
and we partnered with a logistics company and friend Jengis from Terrestrial, and that was the first time ever we'd done something like that, and it went much better than we expected, even with
Oh,
rather short notice. So we want to grow the trade show expo so people can meet
right.
factories. But on top of that, there was some hiccups, of course, as always. Live
Yeah.
events are always challenging, but
Mm-hmm.
it was much easier than China. Thailand is a little bit more used to, I think, international travel, and the visa requirements
Yeah.
are much easier. But the one thing was the screen. We had an LED screen. Actually, we invested a lot. It was a huge screen, one of those screens that goes from
Yeah.
the really, it wasn't just the pull down ones that they give you at the hotel. We had to bring in external wall mounted
Yeah. Like a very big
LED.
monitor.
Yeah, so it's from the
Yeah.
feet to the above your head and it's wide.
Oh,
But
wow.
it wasn't horrible, but it was a little bit fuzzy, I think. So maybe we have to upgrade that a little bit. I mean, it was pretty a big investment, but still.
Mm.
And we blew the power at the hotel.
Oh.
It was only for 5 minutes, but I think it was the first day, and maybe they didn't. I don't know, but luckily it didn't happen more than once. But it was the first day, like second speaker,
Mm.
and I don't know if it was the beginning or the end, but it was just like the speaker started to speak, and then there's, and the whole thing went dark. You know,
You probably were like in shock. Like, what's
yeah,
happening?
I've gotten better in my life to deal with. Of course, nobody's
Yeah.
perfect, but I've gotten so
Hmm.
I just kind of calmed down, and then we had an audio video team, on site that was in charge of the equipment. So
That's
there
good.
was some Thai speaking and louder voices for a couple minutes, and then it popped back on, and it stayed fine the rest of the 2 days of the main conference. So that was good.
Yeah, evidently you were ready for those kind of things because you were able to fix, those things right away. And speaking of investments, because you said you've invested a lot, my next question to you would be improvements. Can you give me some examples of changes or enhancements that we've implemented or we plan to implement this year as a result of the previous CBS learnings or those kind of things?
So as I mentioned a little bit about the expo, the trade show, we put that
Yes.
together with I would say only 1 or 2 months notice. We prepared for the last CBS for about the same. It's usually 6, 7, 8 months of planning. So we're starting now
Mhm.
really to work on it. As you know, we have a team call after this recording. So we're really, 7 months to go from now. But
Mhm.
the expo we was more like an afterthought, like, hey, we have this
Mhm.
space, we have people coming, let's do this expo. And it went more better than we expected. So we're gonna also have a bigger
Mm.
expo the day
Oh,
before
yes.
on November 3rd. The core
Mhm.
summit is 4th and 5th, but we're going to double down. Our partners committed to return again and support on the supplier side. So that will
Right.
be expanded more this year.
Oh.
We also are as I mentioned, some other travel groups will be coming, like Amy and others. And we're also talking to Kaylee. She's another event organizer. She does some amazing stuff. She's been wanting to
Wow.
do an event in Thailand for a while. So we're still actually, early discussing how to
Yeah.
cooperate,
Figuring things out.
but she does more like intimate group events
Mm.
of, so we're
Oh.
thinking to have that after the larger events, maybe on the sixth, seventh, or eighth. She could have this add-on where there is these group experiences. Like she's done them in different parts of the world, but first time in Thailand. But it could be some kind of like, it doesn't have to be business. It could just be groups going somewhere together
Hmm.
that are in e-commerce and trade, that are networking and learning and sharing with each other. Because
Mm.
a lot of times value is not just from what you learn, but like who you meet.
Right. I
So
agree.
we're working on some more extracurricular. Last year we did a elephant sanctuary afterwards. We
Oh.
also did a night market afterwards. But I think people didn't have it in their agenda. Some people left earlier before we got to those. So this
Oh.
year we're just gonna make, people also weren't aware of the expo. They had flights already booked. So this year I think it's gonna be like a long week. Maybe people should plan for
Right.
honestly, it was so exhausting, these things for me, but it was like a week for me last time because we had speakers coming in even 3 days early. We even did
Wow.
some pre-events. Of course, we had the after parties, we had the VIP dinners, masterminds, but we're gonna have even more kind of extracurricular this year. And we have
Wow.
speakers are asking us to speak more than ever, and it's still 7 months, excuse me, 7 months to go. So it's, of course, we haven't, we have a few, I'm not sure if we're ready to announce Yesha the speakers yet, but we have some really great people that want to speak
Hmm.
in the industry,
Right.
and people want to attend. People are asking us already to buy tickets, and we haven't opened the tickets to the public yet. We're looking at maybe a bit after this show, April 15th.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I just think it's gonna be longer. Oh, of course, the core event will be the 2 days. We'll have the expo the day before, and we'll have some partner events after. But
Yes.
there's just way more you can do this
More
time, and so hopefully
productive, those
people,
kind of things.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of activities.
Wow. Well, basing on the things you mentioned, it really looked like we really have a lot of things to look forward into in terms of the cross-border summit this 2024. Best or more better than what we had last year. And that's actually good. And also, I just want to ask you some couple of questions as well, because aside from the cross-border summit, we also have some new things going on, like our GFA training and membership. Can you walk us through on how is the process of that GFA training? How does it work?
Sure, and again, I keep it real.
Mm.
So I'll keep it real. We're readjusting our programs.
Okay.
The Gulf of Asia has existed since 2013 as a podcast, and
Oh.
so it's over 10 years. Last year was 10 years, so it's going into
Mm.
11 years. Over those years, we've tried memberships and trainings and workshops
Mm.
as different pieces. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and as we said, COVID changed a lot in the industry and everything. We had a great summit last year. So what we're working on is having people like I think, more personal attention and personal engagement. So one
Mm-hmm.
thing, as you know, Wendy, I don't think everybody here knows my amazing wife, Wendy. She's got some great, I think she's also been doing really well with GFA Kids,
Yeah.
so we're trying to take some of the skills we've learned there and tools
Mm-hmm.
to allow the GFA adults to have more training on specific topics. Like we had the last
Mm.
show was Genghis, which is of course our partner also at the trade show. But
Mm-hmm.
people, we should have actually added at the end, or even in our intro outro, we could have said, hey, if you would like to book a call or a training or a consultation with Genghis about your business needs, we're going to have either a group session or maybe
Mm-hmm.
one-on-ones you can book. As you know, we got that booking system already and everything
Yes,
set up.
yes.
So the idea is members will get either first or priority or discounted access or points.
Oh,
It's
wow.
to be able to connect with our experts and others in the community
Mm-hmm.
is one element so that you can engage with our community, because we have a very rich and a good, like diverse and experienced
Community. Yeah.
group of people that are
Yeah,
hard to
yeah, yeah,
find
yeah.
and hard to get together.
Mhm.
So we, with the idea of you helping out, you can maybe even help
Right.
with connecting with the experts. So say a member wants to do a session with one of the speakers of summits or podcast guests or somebody they see on our
Mhm.
materials, we will help to see if we can arrange that either on a one-on-one or a
Yeah,
group session. So that's
definitely.
the core idea. We're going to take some of the tech from the GFA kids and the team and the skills with that and build it up. On the other
Oh,
side, some of these experts, and they want us to get the word out, just like the teachers in GFA kids. They want us to help them promote their skills and their
yes.
services. So
Mhm.
I think you'll be talking to them maybe making some quick little introductions of them and what they do and what their skills are, and we'll be promoting those people into our community so people might not know who they are or what they do, and we can say, hey, if you're interested to connect with Joe or Jean, go to this website and contact our community management team and Yesha, and she'll help arrange a
Yes.
group or one-on-one session. So we're going to build that up over the next few months leading up to the summit. So I think the idea is hopefully we'll be testing it. I think it's going to be on a test basis until
Mhm.
November, but it's actually we're really happy to have your help and Wendy's help. But that's kind of one of the ideas. And then at the summit, we can maybe have a little bit more of I don't know what the right word is, finished or fully prepared package. It's going to be kind of in a closed beta,
Ah.
at least in my understanding, but we're going to be digging into that in our team call. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But basically, yeah, we're just going to let people learn from each other and connect with each other, because we have all these amazing podcast guests and members and
Mhm.
experts and speakers over like 10 years in e-commerce and international business and
Mhm.
trade. So we're going to help engage them with the audience and the community more closely.
That's very good. I just want to say to you that it's very incredible that you actually ensure that this whole training curriculum stays relevant and effective to all the participants. And it's really cool to actually realize that you're not, doing this just because you want to do it, but the listeners and the participants are able to get something off of it. And that's really good. And I was supposed to ask about you about if do you have any like plans to expand your services or enhance or anything, but you've already answered those on basing on
Okay.
what you've just said earlier. So that's really good for the future for GFA, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to. I think we always think, what's the core value that we're
Mm-hmm.
doing here, and it's about building up relationships and even trust or
Mm-hmm.
connections. Like, of course, we help facilitate those connections too.
Mm-hmm. So probably when the time is right, maybe we can discuss more about, what are the steps that, we require for
Yep.
someone to become a member
I
or,
think we're making a poster as we speak. I think our
oh,
designers had a draft, and Wendy, I
they're
think.
ready.
So maybe not on the recording, but maybe on our show notes and our blog post of this show,
Oh,
we'll
yes, yes, yes,
people
yes.
can when the website or you're watching or in the description, if you could go to the link, I
Mm,
think there's going to be a blog post with kind of the more clear offer of
yes.
what we're offering. It's going to be application only too. I think maybe you'll be involved with reviewing it, Wendy and I, but we also want to make sure the people involved are doing it for the right reasons and are relevant for the community that we are building.
Yeah. Okay. Well, people, you heard that. We are expecting a lot of things coming for Cross Border Summit 2024. We have a lot of new things coming for you for GFA training and membership, and stay tuned for all of the further information as we go. And when we're ready, we're going to let you know.
It's going to be great. It's so exciting.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so we'll have all the show notes and links for those interested to see more. Where is that going to be, Yesha?
Well, for everyone to know, for your information, guys, for you to be able to see it, you can visit us at globalfromasia.com/CBS 2024. Again, that's globalfromasia.com/CBS2024.
Perfect. Yeah, check it out there and get the early links and all the information.
Check it out. Yes.
Save the date. Cross Border Summit 2024 is coming back. 2023's was epic. Never got such great feedback in all of our events. Cross Border Summit 2024, we're planning already a year in advance. It is a full week of amazing things. There's pre-events, post-events, workshops, trainings, elephant sanctuaries. We have a lot of amazing things here in Chiang Mai, Thailand again. So I would love to see you there. We've already pre-sold some tickets to previous people. We will be opening up tickets soon. Subscribe to get updates at 2024.crossbordersummit.com. Also check out videos and testimonials from last year as well as all of our years. We did them in China, and this will be our 6th one. It will be great to meet you there and network and make some great relationships. I can't wait. November 2024.
To get more info about running an international business, please visit our website at www.globalfromasia.com. That's www.globalfromasia.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to our iTunes feed. Thanks for tuning in.